Hello and welcome to another video about the MyListing Toolkit plugin. This video will show you how to design the quick view pop-up using Elementor. And this tutorial will be focused on the Pro version of this plugin because the quick view functionality is only included in the Pro version. So here we are on a default demo side of the MyListing theme, and I have gone to the real estate tab, and if you click the quick view button, you will see that it pops up the default quick view. Now, as you know, there's not very much you can customize about this pop-up, and that is where the MyListing Toolkit plugin comes in, because it allows you to design this pop-up with Elementor. And thus it allows you to have complete flexibility in how you design this pop-up. In this video I will show you how to set up the right settings to do this in Elementor, how to design the pop-up, and how to make sure everything works fine, basically. So first we go to our website and we need to install some plugins. So I guess you have already installed this, but it is important that you got Elementor Pro and MyListing Elementor Toolkit and the Pro version of it. So these these plugins are important to be able to customize the quick view. So then the next step we want to take is going to listing types. And for the listing type that we want to customize, we need to do some settings. So in this tutorial video, I'm creating the quick view pop-up for the real estate. So I'm editing that one. Then I go to the preview card options, and under preview card, I click the quick view button up here. And then I click the Elementor MyListing Toolkit in the template dropdown. Once I've selected that, I hit the update button and the settings in the listing type are fine. Now the next step is to create the template, the design we want to have. So to do that, we go to templates, save templates, and we click on section and we click add new. So then it says new template. The type of the template is a section, and then the location. It's important. You need to select the MyListing Quick View. Then you can enter a name, which doesn't matter. It's just for your own reference. So I'll say Quick View Real Estate. So I create this template, and then I'm presented with the default Elementor builder. Click this away, and now you can start creating your quick view pop-up. You can just create the pop-up like any Elementor page or content, and I assume you are familiar with that. So to speed up the video, I will import an existing layout. So I have saved a design for real estate that I will insert now. So you can see I have inserted a template, and you can see it has a bunch of headings, some titles, some information, some details about the size, and a read more button. And it has an image that is not set yet, so I will choose an image from WordPress. And then at the left side, I will leave it empty for now. So you see, I have just what I have here is just a normal Elementor layout. So an image, two columns, and a subsection with some text and other widgets. So now, how do I make sure that this design I made in Elementor will show as the quick view? So to do that, we click Publish, and then it says, where do you want to display your template? Now, this template we created was intended for listings and more specifically for real estate listings. So then we click Add Condition and we want to target the real estate listing. So in order to do that, we click this drop down, we select singular, and then in this list we scroll down until we see listing type, and that is where we can select our real estate. So this is the setting that determines where the design we just created will show up. And once we have done that, we can click Save and Close, and we are done for now. We have set this design to be our quick view. Now I will go back to the Explorer page of my website. I will refresh it, and now if you have hit the quick view button, you see that our design we just created is coming up. But as you might notice, regardless of which item I click, it will always show the same image and the same text. That's obviously not what we want, and that is the next step in this tutorial, how that we are going to make this data dynamic. So in order to do that, we go back to our design, and this is where the MyListing Toolkit plugin comes in. So for each widget that we have here, we want to make it dynamic. We do that by use of the dynamic text feature in Elementor Pro, which is accessible via the little icon at the top right corner of the text box. So we click on the dynamic text, then we scroll down until we see My Listing, and there we can select a field. Now we want to select the tagline, which is a regular text field. So we select that one, and if we click it, we can tell the system which field we want to see. So that is when we scroll down to real estate and select the tagline. Yeah, once we've done that, we have set everything correctly to load in the tagline. But as you can see, it stays empty. That is because we haven't instructed Elementor to select a listing for the preview in the editor. So in order to do that, we go back to the settings icons in the bottom left corner, and under preview settings, we are able to select a listing that should preview. So we are previewing a single listing. And if you go back to our Explore page, we, for example, want the Bright Studio apartment. So that is where we input Bright and we search for that one. We click on Apply and Preview. It reloads the page, and as you can see now, the box is filled with the right title. We do the same for the other fields. So for each field, we select the right dynamic text. Now, I have filled in all text fields with the right dynamic tag, but as you can see here, we have the area, the uh, number of bedrooms, and the number of bathrooms, which we still need to select the right icon for, but you can see that the unit or text after it is missing. In order to do that, we can go back to our regular field, and under Advanced, we can enter some text that goes after it. So that way, we are able for each item to add the correct text so that everyone will understand what the number is for. So that's it about the text fields, but we can also add some more dynamic text for other widgets. For example, for this button, we wanted to go to the single page of the Bright Studio apartment. So in order to do that, we can select the post URL. And we also need to change the image, which is also possible via dynamic text. So we'll first delete the existing, and then under dynamic text we go to my listing, select the image, and we can choose a cover image, for example, and we can also determine the size like that. Now, if we update this and we go back to our Explore page, and if we now click the Quick View button, we see that it has pulled in the right images because we clicked on the German one bedroom flat, and if we then load the quick view, we see that the right information is being pulled in. Now this part at the left side is still empty, and that's because we didn't put in anything there. But I'm now going to show you what we have intended for there. So over here, I want to insert a map, and we can use a MyListing Toolkit widget for that. So scrolling down to MyListing Toolkit, we can have the location widget, put it in, and then for select the location field, going to style, I can set the map height and update it. It is not working in the Elementor preview, but if you go back to this page, reload it, we can see that it is working. It's working fine. Now you can see that the image is a bit big still, so we are going to change that a bit. Now you can see that the image over here is still a bit big, so I want to change something about that. And a good way to do that is use a background image instead of an image widget. So I'm going to delete this one, set this intersection to one column, and then as a background image, I use the dynamic tags to get the cover image once again. I set my image size, and on the intersection I set a minimum height so that it's always showing. I also want to set my background size to cover to be able to see it in the position the center, and at the intersection I want no margin. We save this and we go back again, and we can see that it looks quite a bit cleaner. Still, I want some more space on this one. And you can probably make this a bit higher. But I mean, these are just the details. I bet you will understand by now how to create the preview card. So there is our preview card. We check if it works for all of them. And indeed it works. And yeah, you can check the links one more time. That will also works. So now we have created our preview or our quick view cards. So a quick summary of what we did. So first we made sure to go to listing types and set it there. Afterwards, under templates, we could add a new section with the quick view location. And once we have designed that, we can use the dynamic text to make sure that it is pulling the correct text and images for each listing. Now, this is it. But probably some of you might have a question. What if I also design my preview cards using your plugin? How do I pull in that quick view button? Well, I'll show you now. In Elementor, there is in the MyListing Elementor Toolkit, there is this MyListing button that you can drop in basically anywhere, and you can set the action to quick view. And on your preview card using Elementor, you can use this widget to pull in a quick view button, and you of course can customize it with icons and change the style. But that is not the part of this video. So this is it. Preview or quick view cards are working, and if you want, you can download the design I have here from my website. I'll include the link in the description below. Thanks for watching, and make sure to also check out the other videos to see how you can design the preview cards using Elementor. Bye!